The humble cup of tea isn't immune to soaring inflation.
We've seen tea costs increase from approximately $3 a kilo to about $5 a kilo, so that's nearly a 75% increase on just pure input costs of tea.
There's chai, black tea chai.
It's not just the tea leaves that are costing more. Chris Seaton's business is also spending extra on things like power bills, running his warehouse and wages. And shipping costs have skyrocketed since the pandemic.
Used to be about $1,500 a container. We're currently paying, on today's market rate, about $7,500 per container. So you're paying an extra $250,000, $300,000 purely on shipping costs alone that wasn't there.
The first publication of monthly inflation data shows consumer prices rose 7% in the year to July and 6.8% in the 12 months to August as fuel prices fell. But they were still up 15% for the year, while the cost of building new homes surged 20% and fruit and vegetable prices rose 18%. Something mum Sonia Torrens is all too aware of.
I remember when, bananas, you could pick them up for $1 or $1.50 a kilo. You're looking at $3 to $4 a kilo now, and that's one of the staples in my son's lunchbox.
Sonia receives JobSeeker but relies on food banks for help because of the rising cost of living.
If it wasn't for those services, I would not be able to, have a healthy option for my children.
And with the fuel excise discount gone, we'll soon be paying more at the pump, increasing price pressures. Inflation is the key measure for the Reserve Bank when setting the interest rate. Until now, the Bureau of Statistics has only released that data 4 times a year. It's now adding a monthly release to allow for a more real-time assessment of how consumer prices are changing.
Australia was one of only 2 countries in the OECD that actually had a quarterly CPI. Every other country had a monthly CPI. And it's no coincidence that, at least prior to the pandemic, the RBA tended to move on a quarterly basis because that was basically when they had an update on the trajectory for inflation.
Economist Tapper Strickland thinks this data was released now to give the Reserve Bank the latest information before it meets next week.
Core inflation remains high. All argues towards the RBA needing to continue to hike rates in order to reduce inflationary pressure in the economy. NAB's forecasting a 50 basis point rise on Tuesday.
Another supersized rate hike adding to cost of living pressures.